Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the BSC server, playing their dynamic campaign, launching off of CVN 71, the Roosevelt, once more. So where are we in the playthrough right now? So, looks like we're jumping in relatively early here. We're still largely concentrated down in the southeast. Quite a few people on the server right now, though. We got about 20 or so players in here, and then obviously all the AI as well. As far as loadouts for what we're bringing right now, I'm not 100% sure what the situation on the ground and over towards the objectives here is actually looking like right now. This is going to be our first sortie of the day. So I'm bringing a fairly safe bet here as far as loadouts go. We've got some harms and a couple of 500-pound JDAMs and an extra thing of fuel and a targeting pod. Popping on out, we can see it all right on us there. And then obviously one AMRAAM and a couple of Sidewinders for the wingtip missiles. Alrighty, well, only one way to find out how the enemy situation really is, and that's to get us down on the ground here. So let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. Battery switch on, APU on. While we wait for the APU to spool on up, let's get that canopy closed. Awesome. APU is good, engine crank to left. And the RPMs look good. Let's get that left engine into idle. Looks like a good start there. Let's go ahead and get our DDIs on.
Roll left, roll left.
And get our HUD going as well. And the AMPCD.
Flight controls.
Let's get that right engine started. Engine crank off to the right. That RPM to pass 18. There we go. Get that right engine into idle. And hide the map here. Good. Let's go ahead and get these flaps into auto mode and we'll start aligning our INS. Get the radar on. Go ahead and hide the stick. Stored heading. I'll start doing our FCS while we do that. We'll pull up the FCS page up over here. We've got the classic error codes, FCS reset. And now let's go ahead and run our FCS IBIT. There we go. Looks like everything's working pretty well. We'll go ahead and get the flaps back down to half. And we'll just go ahead and check our weight, 4,500 pounds, okay. Let's go ahead and turn O-logs on. To the standby instruments. Awesome. Arm that ejection seat. And we're getting there on the INS alignment. Go ahead and turn our FLIR into standby while we wait. And in the oh no, I'm not going to input any target or any waypoints while we're letting the INS align, so we're just going to wait. Actually, in the meantime, we can do an HMD alignment. Turn it on? Sure is. Let's go into HID. Do I even remember how to do the alignment? Yes, I do. Maybe I don't. Oh well, it's pretty well aligned. There we go. Line fail. Whatever. Anti-villain Wolf. What's up, man? I mean, if you have the opportunity to get DCS, I would definitely recommend it. But yeah, it is quite the... You need quite the PC in order to run it. And War Thunder, I wouldn't say War Thunder's a joke, but if you're looking for, you know, the DCS level of immersion and realism, then yeah, it kind of is. But you know, it's still pretty fun. And like War Thunder, you don't really need a super powerful PC to play either, right? You can get by with you know, set the graphics to low and you can get by on it. But yeah, my day's going pretty well. How's yours doing? How's yours going so far? Go for Tango first. Is Golf Hotel 226 217 elevation 167. Okay. Next one we'll go for Sierra. And that is Kilo November 567. Oh no. Hang on. Okay, so that still stayed. Let's try this again. Forgot to change that to waypoint 2. Kilo November 567, 567. 345, 345, enter elevation of 918. Okay, those 2 points should be good for us. I am just going to actually add one more. I'm going to put that over Sakumi because they're probably going to have some kind of air defense, and I'm going to want to just verify that is in fact where it's coming from if we get painted by it. So that is going to be Grid Foxtrot Hotel. 741 477 at an elevation of 43. Okay. Should be everything we need. Kilo November, Golf Hotel. Okay. Let's get this thing up in the air. Apart from the cold, it's going all right. Whereabouts are you now? From the south, I'm assuming. Yeah, What, like, move up to New York or something? Maine? Michigan? Wisconsin? Alright, let's get taxiing. Really help if I took my parking brake off. Wouldn't recommend New York. That's the concrete jungle where dreams are made of, according to Jay. Is that Jay-Z? You in the city or like upstate or something? I feel like living in the city would be amazing, but expensive. Spool these engines up a bit, pick up the shuttle. There we go. Ooh, something we didn't do is our IFF. TACAN. 7-1. And our data link. Get those turned on before we get airborne. Okay, we were at 4,500 pounds. We'll go 17 degrees, nose up, stab trim. Okay, verify. Flaps are at half. Wings are open and locked. And they are open and locked. Let's get our pilot pulled up for the launch. There we go. Alrighty. Everything is looking good. Launch bar was not retracted. There we go. Alright, let's get these engines fired up. And we'll get airborne here. Hit him with the salute. Boom. Hands off the controls, head straight back. Ready for the shot. Boom. Alrighty, airborne, gears up, flaps to auto. I'm gonna hide the pilot and stick again. It looks cool, but they get in the way. We're airborne, get our RWR on. Jammer set to receive, and countermeasure set to bypass. Alrighty, let's get the HSI pulled on up, and I'm going to pull the SA page up down here. I'm going to set waypoint 1 as a waypoint, get us into air-to-ground mode. And actually, I'm going to pull up the SA page here, and then the EW page down there. Start timing the JDAMs, switch them both into TOO mode. Set our E fuses to instantaneous. And now we'll start flying toward our objective. Upstate, okay. Oh my god, 16% hike. That can't be legal. I know a lot of like areas are like capped, where you can only have like a 5% year-on-year rise in property taxes. But I guess you don't live in one of those areas, unfortunately. Like I know, pretty sure where I am, it's capped to 5% year over year unless there's a sale of the property, in which case it can go as high as like 15 or 20%. Which 20% raise in taxes is insane. Insane. But yeah, everything, life is just getting expensive now. A lot of cautions there. Not sure what that was all about. But alright, we said we are going for Tango. Let's go ahead and target designate that. We'll get our FLIR switched into on, and we'll get that pulled up. Something's wanting to paint us as well, which is not ideal, but that's okay. Let's start taking a look through the teapot here, see if we can make out anything down here. Those could be target bunkers. They're a bit far though, we're still like 25 miles from it. We'll get a little bit closer and get a little bit of altitude, and then we'll get into an orbit above it and see what we can see. That's rough. That is rough. And hopefully people do get that, because like 16, and that's just 1 year. So next year, you know they're going to come with another 16% raise. So you definitely fight it if you guys have the capability to do so. For my Christmas season, it's going well. I've got some time off work, which is why I am playing video games on a Monday afternoon. So no real complaints on my end. How about you? You work winding down for you for the season, or are you getting busy? And that contact's at 31 miles. What is it? MiG-29. I am gonna go pay attention to that for a second. So he's coming vaguely toward us, and it looked like he was painting us. So we are gonna come out this way, grab some AMRAMs. See what we can find. What's his altitude? He's at 23. Bring our radar search angle down just a bit. Get him picked up. There we go, and that's confirmed hostile. Let's start heading toward him. Ah, he's starting to pull away from us. He might not be wanting to play ball. If he wants to run, we'll let him run. Go back to doing what we were planning on doing. Back into air to ground mode. Right off the hop, he comes right back to us. Playing a little cat and mouse game with this guy. Yeah, now he's closing again. And he is a fair bit higher than us. Did he fire something? I certainly hope not. And now right below him as well, he's right above that enemy airfield, which guaranteed has some form of air defense on it. And we only have one AMRAAM, so I'm not super thrilled with this fight that we're about to get into. He's turned away again. There is a SAM that's painting us right now as well. I'm gonna wave off. Yeah. Oh. Slightly too late for that wave off. Pop some chaff. That's an SA-11 that just fired on us. Maybe. Turn back in. I think we've managed to dodge whatever missile that may have been. A couple of enemy planes down there. I might switch into the harms here instead of the JDAMs. See if we can light some of those SAMs up. Should be down here, yep. Magnum. Break off from that. There's that missile there. Let's break off from that. Before it gets to us, come on. Countermeasures. Hopefully that did it. Still firing on us. There's another one coming in. Oh, nope. Oh, you saw that thing coming in right at the last minute. Damn. Okay. Well, we know the enemy air defense picture is going strong. Back up in the air. If the computer wants to play ball here. I really like this server, but there is quite a bit of ping on it. Because their server's located in Switzerland, so bit difficult. Okay. Well, if you're between jobs at the moment, I mean, holidays are a rough time to be between jobs because they can be expensive, but at least you have the time off. Hopefully you're able to spend that with some family. And Hopefully everything's going well for you. We will grab some harms here. Actually, yeah, no, we will go with all harms. Yeah, right in the face. That was not ideal for us. But that's okay. That's part of the game. Sometimes we can get up there and we can just we'll stream for hours and we won't get shot down, and then other days, very much not the case. We'll just get shot down every sortie. I'm hoping it's not one of those days and that was just a one-off. But we'll see. Alright. I mean, we were on here yesterday and we had a missile fly pretty much just that close, but somehow we managed to not have it smoke us. But we did not get that lucky today.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Oh well, just gives us another chance to get up there. Saves us having to do a carrier landing. Even though that's like my favorite part. Get these up into auto. Start cranking that right engine. Right engine into idle. Okay. Go for Sakumi. Run a little SEAD mission here. Smooth Brain. Awesome name. Just got DCS yesterday. Awesome, man. Welcome to the club. What plane did you end up picking? And we'll grab a grid for Gudada as well. And that's going to be Foxtrot Hotel. 279. 740. 740. Enter elevation of 69. Nice. And INS is aligned. That into IFA. Ejection CR. Turn O-Bogs on. Nope. We will now. We got our standby instruments set. Yes. Flaps to half. Release that parking brake. Let's get rolling. So yeah, last story we were looking to drop some JDAMs on some targets, but there's a lot of enemy aircraft up there right now, and there is a lot of enemy air defense also active right now, so looking to be doing something about that air defense thing. We got a couple AMRAMs on us as well, so if we do bump into more enemy aircraft, we can hopefully do that. The trouble was last time we only had one on us, so that was not ideal. Haven't picked one yet, still looking at videos to see what to go for. Yeah, a lot of the modules are quite expensive. I will say though, like, especially with DCS, like, you get what you pay for, because they do have some pretty cheap modules out there, like 15, 20 bucks for like the F5 and stuff like that. Su-25 is free. And then, you know, the Hornet, the Tomcat, the F-16, they all cost, I don't know, like 70, 80 bucks. But like, they are textured and they have all of the modules and everything, whereas some of the cheaper ones don't have quite everything that you would want in your module. Like, they're not as well developed modules. So yeah, you get what you pay for. I'm a big F-18 guy. Love me the F-18. But yeah, whatever floats your boat, man. Oh, you're coming from racing. You're coming from racing sims. iRacing or like F1 or I don't know the other ones. Those are my 2 racing sims. Big on iRacing. Used to be big on F1, not so much anymore. Once I tried iRacing for the first time, I couldn't go back to playing like the online for F1. And yeah, iRacing I think is fantastic. Anyway, let's get this thing up in the air. Flaps are at half. Wings are spread and locked. Confirmed. Yep. Stab set up to 17. Alrighty. And the shooter's telling us to spool those engines, so we sure will. Hit him with a high 5. Deck crew goes down. Shooter hits us back with the high 5. Takes his knee, head straight back. Boom. And we are airborne. We'll get the gear up. Flaps to auto. And let's start navving out toward... Start navving out toward that waypoint. It's ranged at 50 miles from us. Get a little bit of altitude here because we are doing some SEAD. That might actually be me there, Wolf. I was getting pretty low frames on the carrier, but it should be clear now. If it's still bad for you, it's on your end. If as soon as we got airborne it got better, then that's on my end. Alright, let's get this thing into ground mode, get our harms selected, get them into TOO mode, start searching, and set this to arm. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's a lot of enemy aircraft out there. Alright. Let's get the HSI pulled back up. And we are going to target designate 1 as a target. Just off to our left. And yeah, I see all these contacts down here. That is the enemy radars. And those look to be in the right spot. Alright. So we're 40 miles to those targets. And we're not too far from the carrier, so I don't feel bad about burning a whole lot of fuel. Oh, there's some kind of enemy aircraft up here. Let's see if we can see him. Nothing on the HMD. Okay. F-14. I think that's a friendly F-14. 35 miles to our target. I don't have my RWR on. Alright. Now we should be good for this. We'll start firing on these things. We'll wait till about 30 miles. Alright, first target's an SA-11. Magnum. Wait to see if we pick them back up. Looks like they don't have their... There we go. Search radars. Magnum. Wait for them to pop back up. So we hit that one already. That's a fresh one. And now they're painting us. We're going to have to get out of here. We got one more missile. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We already hit that guy. There we go. Fire on him. Let's break. Pop some countermeasures as we go. Looking for a launch signature and I'm not seeing one. Okay, let's double back in.
Flight control. Flight control.
A couple more countermeasures as we're coming around. Still something coming in on us. We'll do one more switchback and then we'll get flying back toward the carrier.
Right confirmed. Right confirmed.
Alright, there we go. We shook whatever was fired at us. Let's get turned right here. Hey, there we go. We hit that buck. See the kill feed down on the bottom right. Nothing killed yet. A bunch of stuff hit. If we kill anything, it's going to pop up in red for us. There we go. We killed some infantry. It's interesting that we killed infantry because we were shooting at SAM sites. We can go ahead and drop our external fuel tank. There is a, you know what, next sortie, I might bring a bunch of, there we go, there's that SA-11 destroyed. I might bring a bunch of AMRAAMs with me because it's looking like there's quite a few enemy aircraft up right now, and not a lot of friendlies. Okay. Oh, there's the other SA-11 destroyed. Good, so we should be having a bit less of an enemy anti-air picture here. Alright, let's go and deselect that, start steering toward our TACAN. Carrier should be just off to our right. Somewhere out there. And we should let them know that we're coming on in.
Marshall 223, March Mops 016, altitude 0, Angels 9.5, state 8.1.
Thanks, Wolf. Appreciate that, man. I'm just wondering. You guys are saying the stream health is not looking super good right now. I'm gonna see if I can get that fixed on my end here. So yeah, the game is running smooth for me, but it looks like the stream isn't doing particularly well.
Tower 223, overhead Angels, and state 7.8. 223, Tower, Roger, BRC 3223, St. Louis, Charlie.
Just gonna get us into a little bit of an orbit here above the carrier and see if I can work this stream stuff out. Tell you what, I'm just going to end the stream here, see if I can fix some stuff while we're up in the air, and then go live again in just a second here.